This is Fight Fans Radio.
Welcome. That was cool. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of BJJ Addict Radio. I am the co-host of the host, and I'm the host with my co-host. You understand? Like, I'm trying to say it so we're both hosts. Anyways, Real DWC, a.k.a. David Carroll. I'm with my alter ego.
Bonjour, mon amis.
Jerowell P. What's poppin'?
I don't know.
No?
My pimple. Puberty.
Yeah, man. Tonight we have on another Aussie, Australian man by the name of Anthony Parrish, a UFC veteran. You know, he was in the UFC way back in 2006, and he made another run from now back in 2010 till now, and we'll see what's up with him lately. And he's also one of Australia's first BJJ black belts. So it sounds crazy to even think of that, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
like, do you wish you had no BJJ in a region that you could just go and actually make a living off of it and spread the art? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine, like, that's a whole continent, first of all, but, like, then a region even, but, like,
yeah.
How do you get to a black belt? Like, that's what I'm going to find out tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how, like, I know they say, like, the blue belts nowadays are crazy, but it's got to be true, right? If you had to travel to Brazil to learn or watch a VHS tape and practice 5 moves only for years or a year until that guy comes back, or every 6 months for a seminar, it's got to be hard to pick up a new freaking move in grappling.
Yeah, it's true. Unless you become a master of whatever it is that you're doing.
I know, but if you want to learn the triangle right now and you already understood just the basic concepts of triangle, it'd be very easy to get a bunch of other shit to add on to it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't know, like,
how long would it take these guys to add on?
I don't know, really. Like, the way I think about it, like, we're in Canada. We're in Ottawa, right?
Yeah.
So not a lot of people are playing with, like, berimbaulas and stuff like that. But, I mean, you're still learning jiu-jitsu as if, like, someone, you know, in the States were learning other moves. You know what I mean?
I do, but can you imagine that, like, you learn a seminar. So in a seminar, what do you think? How many moves?
3, 4?
Yeah, like, really, realistically, you can't learn 100 moves. So let's say there's 3 or 4 that you really learn. Okay, and then, okay, I'll see you in a year.
Yeah.
And, like, your instructor is at the same level as you. Like, back in the day, this happened to a lot of people. That's what they're saying. There was, like, 10, 12-year black belts. Like, nowadays, I think it will be less.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, it will still, I'm sure it'll take some people 10 years, but I think the average, you know, this was the hardest sport or martial art to get a black belt in, but I think nowadays it will be less and less.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts. I find it fascinating when I hear people, like, the first black belt in Norway, the first, like, how the hell, like, what did you do?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to learn grappling on your own?
It's true, especially in Australia. I don't think there's a lot of people, like, a lot of black belts in Australia.
At the moment.
The one, George Soteropoulos is one, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Him.
And I think his coach was, Anthony Parrish coach was Albus Sinistic. I think, pretty sure he has a black belt out there too.
Sinistic?
I can't pronounce his name.
Sinistro?
His nickname is Albus.
Elvis.
Yeah, he fought in the UFC back in the day too.
Stoico?
Stoico. Nah, so, you know, I guess he should be calling in any minute now, but big weekend coming up, the Pan Am's starting, I believe, tomorrow.
Who are you excited to watch?
Oh, man, I wrote a little on BJJAddictTV.com. I wrote what I'm excited for is the brown belts. And this was pre-brackets. supposed to get around to the black belts. What am I most excited for? All right, let's go with our friend and blog writer, Christian Woodmansee. He's already a brown belt no-gi Pan Am champion. So he's in the gi. In his division is, a guy we know, Darson Hemmings, who's been on fire lately. So if they do match up, it'd be kind of cool to see. I'm excited to see, and I don't know if you know this news, man, but Johnny Grippo joined Marcelo Garcia at Alliance.
I'm so jealous.
So, he's been competing there since he was 10. We'll see if it has any bearing. I mean, like, it's not like he didn't have success at Henzo's. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't on a losing streak, I guess, for whatever reasons. And it's not my job to judge or make, a lot of people, they fucking hate that shit, right? This isn't hockey. Like, he didn't get traded from Calgary to California and everyone's excited. Like,
I think the more,
you know what I mean? Like, in BJJ, it's such a touchy subject for a lot of people. Not for me. I give a shit, but it's in. He's going to have that Marcelo patch on and representing Alliance, and we'll see how he does.
Well, I think it's approaching a new era of jiu-jitsu, right? In terms of, like, teams and whatever. Like, there's a lot of shift in teams, like, in the higher rank belt. Like the black belts and the brown belts. So, I think it's going to be big. Like,
you think it'll be less of a big thing for people to be shifting, you mean? Or
I think it'll be more of a big thing.
Yeah, but you mean like more accepted? That's what I'm trying to say.
Less accepted. Well, I don't know. I mean, for the fans,
less?
Hold on. For the fans, it'd be like, whoa, like that's a cool move.
Yeah, but all the fans also have their own teams. Literally, are on a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're fans, but we represent somebody else. So it's like, like, it's hard. Like, people listening right now could be fans of Marcelo Garcia. They obviously don't have to represent him, but like, what if their top guys jumped and went to Marcelo's? Like, then it'd be like, ooh, but me overall, I mean, like, as a spectator, you gotta love what's happening in the shifts. I think it's awesome. I mean, like, I'm excited to see with the Pans. So, like I said, our boy, and then Gianni Grippo, I'm excited to see him as usual. I mean, the Mile brothers are in there. I mean, Keenan, Cornelius.
Yeah.
And you got to think, I looked into this. There's 154 male brown belts competing.
Wow.
All right. So those names, plus there's always going to be rising stars that no one's heard of come out of nowhere and fucking kill it this weekend. You got to see who's winning that open weight.
Yeah.
That's showing you and who's winning their divisions because they're next, man. They got black belt coming up. So I'm excited for brown belts big time. As far as black belts go, Sean Roberts just competed at the Kumite. He's in the middleweight division, and it's ridiculously stacked.
He just got his black belt, eh?
Just got his black belt. There was some...
you know who else got a black belt?
There's some hatred on that, man. I liked it, but people were like, ooh,
Yeah.
That's how they sounded.
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
who got the black belt?
A former, a past guest individual, I guess.
Okay, go on.
Past guest. By the name of Sergio Machado, who just got his black belt.
Oh, man, that's huge.
Congrats
to Sergio Machado.
2.5 weeks ago or something like that.
That's awesome, man.
So.
Good for him. He's been on a good, consistent tear there in MMA also. Yeah, the Pan Ams this year, I don't know if it was like that last year, but I don't recall that many black belts competing as this one. There's like a lot of black belts out there.
Well, it's 2013 just started, right?
Yeah,
so
man.
These people want to go strong the first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm impressed though. Like, there's literally everyone that you could think of that you'd want to see. Budo Videos online streaming it, of course. The sad part is, like, you get all pumped to see it, but okay, they want to make it a spectator sport. You got to still run a smooth tournament. They have the multi-mat technology, but you still got to pick and choose.
Mm.
So you think, oh my God, I got fucking 30 matches of black belt, da-da-da. You only can watch 15, but really you can only watch one. You say, like, there's 6 going on at one time.
Yeah.
So you missed 5 other matches.
Yeah. So that's the
Do you understand?
yeah.
So they gotta put it as, I think, 1 match at a time, so we could watch black belt matches, every single one.
Man, that's gonna take a long time.
Exactly. How do you do that? This is the problem.
You gotta filter out which ones you like.
I know, but it sucks, man. If you're telling me, hey, Mendez on mat 1 having a fight against like Bruno Mafrosini, and then on mat 2 it's Caltera and whoever.
Unless you do like a PIP, picture in picture in picture in picture.
You get all 5, like you need multi-computers going.
Or just like one screen with 4 fights going.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't complain. I guess we never even could watch them up to like a year and a half ago or 2 years, whatever it's been now. But, my little selfish ways, I want to see it all. That's all. What are you pumped up for the Pans? Like, what do you, anything catch your eye? Or?
I think Galvao is competing.
I believe so, yeah.
How would the Mendez?
Yeah, they're both in it.
Yeah, so
JT's in it.
Atos would be.
Atos, all their troops are out.
So
at the high levels.
Yeah, especially like they got everybody on every category.
And I like looking at the brackets, and they're up, by the way, if people want to check them out on IBJJF or whatever there. But all the brackets are up, which is awesome. Some huge fights already. But I tend to look at it, and I think like they purposely give some people a bias and like try to match it up. Like the first round, there's no like
big names.
No, like holy shit, what a matchup! Like someone should be in the finals, and they might go out right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would like them to pick it out of a hat randomly. Mm. And might get some huge matchups right off the get go.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Cyborg, that's his name. Sorry, I was blanking out. Cyborg's in this, and I don't know about you. Everyone knows I'm a huge Cyborg fan.
Yeah, I think he was injured. He coming off an injury.
Yeah, he's been very quiet, eh? So
yeah,
he's in this, and I like to see, because last time I saw him, he looked kind of sluggish. Like he looked kind of tired there when he fought Keenan Cornelius, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, Keenan's the next greatest thing," because like his performance against Cyborg. So
yeah,
I think Cyborg. Me personally, I don't know him, so like enough to. I just assume I think he's gonna come out and be in tip top shape and smash some people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Not to like what do you call it? Discredit Keenan Cornelius.
Oh fuck! Exactly, no, but I mean, like you're only as good as the last thing we saw somebody, right? So.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you think in your head, right? Just take just side subject, but like take Nick Diaz, for instance, or GSP, depending on how you view the fight and what you like as a fight style. But that's the last thing I remember, right?
Mm-hmm. How'd you like that fight, by the way?
Honestly, like I try to be less biased. For a long time, when everybody loved GSP, I really was like, I don't want to say hater, but I would go out of my way to like make some comments.
Yeah.
But it was out of like, I fucking loved GSP when he was coming up, and he would go crazy and like going. They always show the highlights, and that's like the best shit he's done in his life.
Yeah.
And he was coming up, but he didn't have a lot on the line. Yeah. Then I understand why. Like I'm trying to be less
judgmental.
Yeah, and really view the fight for what it was. And with that being said, he did exactly what he does best. I felt he played it a little bit safe.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was very active. Like his ground and pound is better than people give credit for. But regardless if he hits hard or not, I don't know.
Well, he did stop his. We didn't think that he would, take the fight to the ground.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And he did. So, I mean, he did prove 2 things, that he could stand with them and he could do jiu-jitsu with them. So,
yeah. But, everyone's like, fuck, he did what he always does. And you know what? I looked at it as I was mad about him not giving the worst beating in UFC history.
He talks a lot, I'll tell you that. Like,
who?
I used to like GSP. Like I still like him because he's Canadian, and one day like I want to train at TriStar.
Yeah,
but
you bet. Don't burn that bridge.
Exactly.
No.
But he says a lot of things. I'm gonna put the beating on Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Okay.
Like Nick.
Okay. Now here's what I see on the other side. I'm a huge Nick Diaz fan. Huge. Now you hate somebody, and this guy's saying he's gonna put the worst beating on you ever. All right, you're rough around the edges, whatever. Okay, now here's what I'm thinking. If that was me, I'm gonna go out and fucking try to beat the shit out of GSP.
Yeah.
He's the champ. You know how he fights. He says he's not gonna fight like that, but he did. So here's my question. A lot of people like talk shit until they get in the cage with him and realize how good
GSP is.
Okay, you punch, he shoots, he takes you down, right? So people stop punching on him. But punch on him. Like, you hate this guy? If you really hate someone, you should be punching and looking like fucking Vanderlei or Chris Lieben. Like, technique out the window and you're fucking throwing punches. Like, how do you hate somebody and you sit there and fucking not punch them?
This is the first time, though, that I want, like I said it on air here, this is the first time I want to see GSP get knocked out by Johny Hendricks. For some reason, I like GSP, man, but, it's time for him to peace out for, at least if he loses, then he'll build himself and actually try to finish a fight.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Like, I don't know. I think that injury was the time for people to calm down on that because there's so many decisions in a row. And the head kick, it kind of made it draw into like, oh shit, he could be beat. And then he kind of fought back from that and it showed he could come back from adversity. So like, I thought it was going in the right way for him now, but apparently a lot of people are pissed at this fight, but I've seen him put on worse performances. So
yeah. Like, I don't know, like I was talking to someone and they said that, I think GSP's best days are behind him. I don't know.
Best days is what? Like exciting? Because he's definitely, his skill sets are on the rise still.
Yeah, they are. Like Condit, like the way Johny Hendricks fought Condit made Condit look, like a kid. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have as much experience as Condit or GSP.
Yeah.
But he's on the rise, So I don't know. Like, I guess we just have to sit and wait and see what happens when it happens.
You know what? I don't really give a shit about the. I don't really give a shit about the Hendricks GSP fight. I think he deserves to fight though. Like he needs this title shot. He's done so much already. If you really look at his last couple opponents, they're fucking way harder than GSP's last couple opponents.
Yeah.
Like for a champion, GSP has had it. It's kind of odd. He's really not faced anyone. I wouldn't say faced anyone. All his opponents, he somehow dodged a lot of the killers in that welterweight division.
And he's still got Damian Maia to worry about too. So
that's my dream matchup.
I'd rather see Damian Maia first or Johny Hendricks versus Damian Maia first.
Yeah,
then fight.
Can you imagine the UFC just straight up was like, gave Damian Maia a title shot and just screwed Hendricks over again?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to see Damian Maia versus, I think if that happened and Damian Maia won, then I don't know.
You know what, man? I would love to see Damian Maia get a big name next. Like if he fought Condit next, even though it doesn't make sense. There's so many 170 matchups, but like Nick Diaz versus Maia, now that intrigues me.
Who? Nick Diaz?
Yeah, versus Damian Maia. That matchup intrigues me. He says there's no more matches he wants unless.
Dude, he would sub the crap out of Nick Diaz.
No, but that's what makes it so compelling, right? Because everyone talks very highly of Nick's jiu-jitsu and MMA, so we'll see. Like, I think it'd be a great matchup.
Someone I know says that Hendricks has terrible top control. Yes, but
Terrible.
Terrible is the word, I believe.
I know. It means terrible.
But, I don't know. Like, if you're that good of a wrestler, I mean, with hands like that, you don't have to worry.
Let me tell you right now, Johny Hendricks, and I don't know what fight people are watching. I don't think that fight was close at all.
What?
First round was exciting. I thought he dominated 2 and 3.
Who?
Hendricks.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think GSP had his way with Condit as much as Hendricks did.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, he got... Oh, man, I don't know.
Anyways, I think Hendricks will bring it to fucking GSP, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that might actually give GSP a chance to finish. Because you can't finish when it's hard to sub someone when they're just defending. It's hard to finish someone in MMA when they don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
Everyone that's fought GSP never try to finish him.
Yeah.
They're so conservative in the ring. So if Hendricks goes balls out like he should, like he was, he threw like 3 or 4 hooks in a row against Condit, like just going nuts, chasing him and throwing.
You know how it's going to be. It's going to be a takedown clinic, love making for a bit, and then I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know, listeners, I don't make any sense. I'm fucking rooting for a wrestler who doesn't strike, and I'm putting down GSP, who's a wrestler who doesn't strike. It doesn't make sense. But Hendricks has laid out some people lately. Like, yeah. I remember his knockout, so I like it. But I'm not a Hendricks fan out there, guys.
Me neither, but I just want to see
I respect his game, though.
I just want to see a fight, damn it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Like, I think 158 didn't really live up to the hype.
Yeah, it's because the thing is, when you have a 5-round fight, which are all main events, if it goes the distance, it sometimes is not the best idea. I mean, every fight can't be the Shogun Henderson fight.
Yeah.
So that's the last thing we remember, and it is unfortunate because Jake Allenberg put on a great show and no one's talking about him, right? We're talking about Johnny, we're talking about GSP Diaz, but really Jake Allenberg, like, he laid out Nate Marquardt.
Yeah, but he's been gone for a while, right? Yeah.
Who?
Marquardt?
No, he just fought at the last Strikeforce show and got tore up in that fight too.
Yeah. Not
knocked out, but he got destroyed.
It'd be time to say bye-bye. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like...
Anyways, the landslide in the 170 division is pretty cool right now. I think this is the best 170s ever, talent-wise. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
There's a lot of people in that weight division.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. I love MMA, so that's always good. It's nice to see. It was refreshing. 158 card, yeah, the main card wasn't the greatest. Like, Nick Ring.
Yeah, that was so... Oh, man, I hated watching that.
I'm sorry, man.
Why liked it?
No, why put it on the main card?
Yeah, it was
not a good fight.
And I am confused with the style, man. It's like...
I'm confused with UFC's choice of main card, and because now they have the FX and the Facebook prelims, they try to... Someone who deserves to be on the main card, they'll put on, like, the last fight of FX. So it makes people want to purchase pay-per-views, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You got to think of the fucking pay-per-view, the person paying God knows what it is nowadays, $54 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
What about that person? I didn't pay, you don't pay that money to watch Nick Ring do that.
I like the Rousey fight a lot better than a lot of the 158 fights.
Bro, I know this is BJJ Radio, but since we're on this topic of MMA, we can't stop. She just got announced as the coach of the Ultimate Fighter, co-ed.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Guys and girls or whatever.
And the scary part is some of these girls probably kick the shit out of the dudes. They're both the same weight.
Yeah.
These girls at 135, they're taller than any guys usually, like...
The girl...
Because they're short.
Ronda Rousey. Who's the other one?
No, but, like, Rousey's a coach. And you think about, like, they barely do this, right? The coaches are usually, like, weight classes above sometimes. Like, it's hard to... It was weird, like, awkward when Jens Pulver coached because...
So little?
Well, when he coached with BJ because what's his face there? Joe Lozon was on the show. He just knocked him out like months before.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't have a dude your coach the same you think you could kick the shit out of, right?
Yeah.
So if Ronda's on there with a bunch of girls that they're hungry, like they probably don't want her coaching. They probably just want to tear her head off. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, this I don't even know if I'll tune in, but I guarantee this will be the most drama we'll ever see.
Yeah.
You can't have guys and girls living together. I mean, you live with some girls, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
How crazy is it?
It's not actually. It's very relaxed. Very.
What about when
We're all Scorpios, by the way. So
that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, we all get along, and I mean, there are certain parts of living with women that are hard, like taking a bath because they got like 50,000 shampoos and shit.
Yeah,
and it's the hardest because you close the shower curtain, and fucking everything falls, and you're like, fuck. So I'm wasting my water on picking up all their bottles of shit.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I'm sorry, you got man, you got X amount of people in the best shape of their life. Like, look how many condoms got wasted at the Olympic Village, right? Like,
someone's getting pregnant, man.
Dude, like, oh man, someone can, there's just like
4 of the fighters are pregnant.
I'm sorry though, but think about it, like,
yeah, I don't know.
If Ronda's in there, she's kind of attractive, right?
Yeah, but
I think Miesha Tate's attractive. Like, all these fighters could be attractive, and these dudes could be there, and they could be attractive.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not like
this could be crazy. They're all in the same house.
Yeah, but it's not like they're sleeping there. The coaches, right?
The coaches, no. But I'm saying like the fighters could look like these fighters, the coaches.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm saying like you gotta. I just picture like the Ultimate Fighter merge, and they like Jersey Shore, like.
Well, it's Dana White,
Big Brother, like. But is this what you want representing MMA?
I don't know. We'll see what Mr. White has to offer. So,
really though, do you want that to represent mixed martial arts? It's man, I don't want to get blasted, but I mean, it's kind of embarrassing if you said I'm an MMA fighter, and one of your aunts or uncles or friends of your parents say, "Oh yeah, I watched The Ultimate Fighter, and that's the most realistic show on how fighters live." That's it's kind of embarrassing.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even want to say I'm a fighter. I'd be like, yo, I work at McDonald's. I put the salt on the fries. Like, I'm not a fighter, Yeah. I'm sorry. Just this, I love the sport, but I don't like these turns they got going on. But so, I mean, and the thing is, I laughed. Did you see Joe Rogan's face when they announced it?
I saw that.
That says it all.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan looked like he saw an alien land in front of his face. No, but here's the thing, right? They say, and people said that to Dana, and he's like, whatever, la la la. But dude, he didn't say it was going to be a fucking enforced rule that they can't have relationships on the show.
Yeah. Well, that's their life, right? I mean, if they want to have their career.
Okay, you can't have a cell phone, you can't do this, you can't, but you're allowed to just hook up with someone on this show.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it.
Think about that. That could mess up the whole show.
Think about it, though. It's the girl's responsibility to not, I mean.
It's the guy's responsibility.
Guys and girls, it's both their responsibility. If you want to have, something going on and risk your career for some stupid shit.
So you're saying they shouldn't enforce a rule? No, whatever.
Let them do whatever, but it's their fault, right? You know what I mean?
Oh man. Anyways, we're talking about it, so they did something right.
Here's something. I give you $10, but like do whatever you want. Yeah. You can save it. You can spend it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it? It's you.
I hear it. Anyways, they know what they did. They know. They just whipped up a recipe for disaster.
Actually, well, if I did have $10, I'd buy your gift card.
Yeah. No, but seriously though, they just whipped up a straight up recipe for disaster, and they know it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, they might as well ship this show to MTV, man. And I'll fucking watch it right after all the other trashy shows I love.
TMZ.
No, like, seriously, it's insane, man. But, you know, it is what it is.
It is.
So, that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I gotta say. So, last week's guest, man, Ian McPherson.
Yes.
He's got a bye, and then the other person got a bye, so they get a matchup, right? Basically, both buys, you're basically fighting the person, but it's in second round opposed to first round.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's fighting Mr. Admar Barbosa.
Ooh.
That's a big match.
Yeah.
Like, if you knew that was your first match coming into Pans, either way, would you be kind of like, oh shit, why did these people get a chump over here and I got some stiff competition?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you know, whatever happens, right? But
like, it
at
looks
least,
like Admar's sorry, I cut you off, but it looks like Admar's getting whipped back into shape. Like,
yeah,
he's been competing a little bit more lately. Like, you saw his fight with DJ.
He hasn't competed in a while. So.
Yeah, so he's starting to get back into it off an injury. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's a big match to... Did you see any other matchups or no?
No, I haven't, no.
That's all good. So, Jared,
Oos.
you put out a Facebook posting, said, if I get 100 likes, I will do stand-up. What happened?
It reached more than 100, so I guess I have to do some stand-up.
Like, you literally meant you're going to do a stand-up
comedy
show. Amateur
night.
When they have those opens.
Yeah. So, I don't know. My friend did it, and, you know, she was really good at it. She went over her time, but whatever. You're going to help me a little bit, hopefully.
Whoa. A girl's helping you?
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Wait, she's done it before?
Yeah.
She's a comedian.
She is a comedian.
You're not joking?
I'm not joking.
Your friend is a comedian.
Could be joking. It's my startup to my comedy. Yeah, no, yeah. She did it, and it was really good. It took her 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
To come up with material. Hopefully, it won't take that long because, you know, 6 months is a long time.
Dude, it must take a while.
For 10 minutes of... It's supposed to be, I think, 6 or 7 minutes, something like that. But, I mean, like... To find material and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally different.
So, let's just hypothetically say, I mean, you're going to fall through with this.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to.
I really do.
Okay. Now, what are things that you find funny when watching other people's comedy? Like, do you like the Jerry Seinfeld type stuff? Like,
well, I mean, it's got to be... It depends on the personality of the person. Like, a lot of people would be like... lazy, but they'll it's the way they it's pretty much acting, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I find things that are funny, like they're random.
Yeah.
Very random stuff that you wouldn't expect, like I don't know. Yeah, and random. True. Okay. Something people can relate to.
So you're going on like an you're going to tell life stories that are random.
Life stories
that are funny.
I was thinking about it, and I was actually writing down some stuff last night.
Okay, without making jokes on air, what are some things that came from your life that you think would be topics to talk about? Good
question. You know, just draw from experience, like. One thing, like my roommates told me, like, yo, you can use this as inspiration for writing your set or whatever.
Yeah.
But really, I don't know. Like, I gotta take from that a little bit from like girls and you know, yeah, man, it's hard thinking.
To me, you got to think of it like it'll probably be 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Which will. It seems easy, but 5 minutes is eternity.
Yeah.
You got to think that as many times as you practice 5 minutes, when you get up there, all of a sudden it'll be 2 minutes of material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to expect that.
Yeah.
You got to expect, what's your target audience? Do you want your friends to laugh, or do you want to kill it and literally make everybody laugh?
Literally everybody.
Because you can make your 4 friends or 5 friends that show up laugh easily.
And that's the thing. Like, you got to be able to make everybody laugh when you want them to.
Now, here's another thing. What's your target audience that night? You know, you might show up to a club to do this act, and it's a bunch of 40-year-old white people staring at you.
Yeah.
And you got to think, fuck, are my jokes going to be able to relate to these people?
Yeah, I thought of that. And, you know, it's got to relate to every race, every blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Or do you not? Would you play the race card? Like, would you want to come out there and be the Russell Peters of fucking Filipinos?
Not really, but, you know, I don't want to steal from anybody. But, you know, I'll probably take away from, like...
Like, are you going to do the Asian accent?
Maybe. I might.
If it's a... Like,
but I mean, it's 5 minutes,
like,
right?
if you're mocking your mom. Like, let's just say right now, let's say you're talking about your mother, and you got to put her voice in it. What would you make her sound like? Like, let's say she talks normal, but for comedy's sake, you would give her a funny voice, right?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, what's her voice in comedy live?
I don't know. Let's say... man, this is hard. Let's say, I don't know, when I was a kid, my mom used to be mad at me all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not like because she was mad. It's because of how she talked. Yeah. Like, you know, because she's Filipino and shit. Yeah. So it always sounds like they're mad at you.
All right.
And I'd be like, oh, hey, Mom. Hey! What is, I love you, son. I'll be like, oh, okay.
No, see, now I like that. No, that's good. I like that. I respect that. See, that's a good time to use it.
Yeah. So
now that voice is fucking funny.
Which is funny because my mom's not even Chinese.
It's funny because you're not even Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. So
now, does your mom really sound like that?
No, she doesn't.
Man, it's believable.
So, you know, I mean,
when you do anything related to Asian culture, it makes it more believable.
Yeah, you gotta exaggerate. Like, you gotta give everything in your life steroids.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I like it. You gotta play to some stereotypes.
Yeah, I will.
But
definitely.
I remember the first time I had sushi, it was with an Asian dude, right? Mm-hmm. He's sitting there whipping fucking ginger on the sushi. Yeah. So I'm whipping ginger. And I went out with like people that eat sushi. Yeah. And they're fucking laughing at me, telling me it's like a palate cleanser. Yeah. And no one puts ginger on their sushi. Yeah. I find out the guy's not even Japanese, or it was his first time eating sushi too. Like, he was also Filipino. But you just believe it because he's Asian and we're eating Asian food.
Yeah. So I used to do that too, actually.
Yeah?
I mean, it tastes good.
It does, I guess. It's a preference, but I assumed like every
Asian did it.
That's right. So I thought it was like authentic.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Like, I'd have to talk to people. Like, on Facebook, like, I'll post stuff and then I'll tell people like the status or whatever. Yeah. And they'll laugh. Yeah. White, black, you know, Latino, whatever. Yeah. They still laugh.
Now, do you want to have a clean show? Because that's difficult. You can't even say... Like, to do a clean show, to not swear is very hard. And I respect it, but it's very hard to not do a dirty show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be...
It's 2013, man.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about, like, penis and stuff. So I try to keep it clean.
Yeah. Like, no, like, sex life jokes and stuff like that? Or...
Maybe. I don't know. Like, people find, I don't know, all that raw material pretty funny. Like, some people.
Yeah, but as a person, do you want to come off like that's what I'm saying?
I want to come off clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny, yeah, ha ha ha. But do you want to be up on stage being cutting edge, dropping the C word that rhymes with punt? Like
punt.
You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be out there dropping those words just to be edgy and it's not being true to yourself? That's what I mean.
I think it's funny, like, you know.
Like, I'd be out there just fucking horrible, just raunchy and raw, but
I don't know.
Maybe no one would laugh.
I don't know. You got to put it at the right time. I think it's like, I don't know. Man, it's a lot of thinking. Like, I want to do it before or after my fight, the day after my fight.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Do you think, like, I think the main thing is just like us talking right now. They can't even see us.
Yeah.
You got to be captivating, period. Like, hopefully we are. But I'm saying, when you're on there, you got to own that stage. I've watched a lot of comedies. I've actually, like, I'm jealous that you're doing it. I'm inspired. I like it.
Well, yeah.
So, like, this is one of my, I love stand-up comedy. I actually dreamt of it when, like, younger. Like, I thought, never did it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just jumping on the boat just because.
There's no boat, man. You're sitting in your own boat. You're building it right now.
Yeah. So, I mean.
There's no boat. It's not like 3,000 people are doing it every second, like, that you know.
Yeah, and it's a good experience, you know. It was more of like a bucket list kind of thing. And I think it'll build confidence just doing it in front of people.
I guarantee you that's more nerve-wracking than prepping, like, and going out to fight MMA. Like, I guarantee your butterflies are going to be way worse.
Way different, yeah.
And yeah, way different, for sure. But
you're talking to the people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe try to pick up a few of them honeys.
Really?
On stage. If I could do that, man, I'm a hero that night.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to be the guy that shit at the end.
You need to go through that, I heard.
What?
I heard Jim Carrey used to go on stage and purposely, like, try to bomb and, like, try to piss off the crowd to get them to so mad. Like, I heard comedians, like, are very methodical and they go through every phase.
Yeah.
Think about, let's apply it to how BJJ and comedy stand-up, or you're a white belt first day. You know, you got to learn all the basics and you're going to fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to have the crowd take your back here.
Yeah, no one wants to be your partner. No one wants to watch you. And then...
No, but, like, you know, no one's going to give you a tip, until you start getting along. And people are like, oh, that guy's not that bad. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Do this. Like, next time you're on stage, like, just raise your eyebrow during that comment. You'll get a lot, trust me, a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, of course, I should have raised my eyebrow. Like,
I've seen people, like, right after the show, they get, like, this comedy group meeting thing, and they talk about, like, all the shit, like, oh, this is what you could have done better. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, those guys are, like, so funny over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, man, I just hope I don't bomb it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like the clown, just like no one's laughing. But fuck, why did I do this?
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta expect the worst and hope
expect the worst, but prepare accordingly.
Yeah.
To handle.
You should prepare with an accordion.
Accordion?
I don't know. It just sounds like accordingly.
Or play a drum.
No, but like, I mean, I don't know. I done seen all the comedy people, and you know, man.
I don't know how
they make it look too easy. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, well, you know,
they're the best for a reason. I'm drawn to. I feel like what relates best to me as a person has to be like, for some reason, a lot of black comedians. I mean, back in the day, of course, Chris Rock always killed it.
Yeah. See, he was funny because he always stated facts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He like, man, he had some edgy shit too, but it was good. It was in a good way. Yeah. I mean, like, if you go even back, you could see who inspired them, like Richard Pryor, like Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock. Yeah. You got, like, Dave Chappelle. Hands down, I don't give a fuck what people say, and he ain't crazy either, man. He is very intelligent and on point right now. Dave Chappelle's funny. Cat Williams, on the other hand, might be crazy, but very intelligent. Yeah. But he you know, he had some super fun. Not lately, but he had some really funny. Pimpin' is Pimpin' and whatever. He had another comedy show, Cat Williams, and he's one of the funniest dudes out there. Comedians,
man, like, I'm not a comedian, you know. I'm a comedian in training. Yeah. But they're smart. They can observe everything.
Yeah, but you start looking at things differently.
Yeah.
Like, look at jiu-jitsu again, BJJ. Mm-hmm. Okay, we see De La Riva the first time. What the fuck? My foot around a hook and grabbing, like, it's crazy. But now when you get to De La Riva, you slow it down, you see options. I think it's the same. Like, you apply a lot of stuff that you learn in jiu-jitsu to comedy.
Yeah. And it's gonna be, oh man, I've never seen like maybe I have. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan would be a perfect example of someone who fights and does comedy.
Bro, you need to have a straight up combo with Joe Rogan.
Like, yo, Joe Rogan, we got so much in common.
Like, tips.
Yeah.
Bro, let's make a documentary on this.
On what?
On you trying to become a comedian.
Yeah.
We'll put it on BJJ Radio. Yeah. Let's do like little episodes of you working on this, and like, let's reach out to local comedians.
Yeah.
Personalities, and let's get them to sit down with us and like talk about how they did it and where they came from, and you know, like,
there's also another common ground for me and you is that we both like comedy very much. So, you know.
Dude, there's too many common grounds.
There's too much.
I swear we came out the same womb.
Scorpio. Well, Scorpios.
I knew you were Scorpio when you wouldn't tell me anything ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I've known you for so long, and I know nothing about you.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't ask, and you know nothing about me, but you won't ask me, nor would I tell you or tell you. So I love that. Scorpios. If you're out there, you know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
We fucking keep a secret.
Don't tell us, but
we knew.
Keep it to yourselves.
Yeah. We'll go to the grave fucking not saying much, so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why that is. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. Just to give me a mental break on, I mean, it's something good to always keep your mind going.
Yeah.
I mean.
Now, are you like this in life? Like, have you always been like, you want to just set out and do one thing at a time, like something new? Like, are you always like, gotta keep it moving?
Yeah,
like when you've done this or you've done this, and then like, fuck it, I gotta be like, oh man, I want to be a musician. Like,
yeah, like man, there were so many phases. Like at one point, I did want to do a little bit of acting. That was like, I don't know, grade 9, grade 10.
Yeah.
Then I got big into parkour.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I used to be able to like run up walls and jump shit.
Yeah, but you were born like that, weren't you?
What?
Being able to run up walls and like flipping and
chopsticks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That, and I don't know. It's just I always like to keep keep going. Try to learn as many.
Do you think doing? I assume this helps, man. We're on here. I mean, sure, we don't have an audience, but we have an audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think this every week talking and do you think this will play a big factor in it or not?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, like I don't. You guys probably remember me from episode 2, episode 3, episode 4.
You were shady on those.
I was like, hey,
you didn't even find your voice.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm just talking different, or I'm talking like what I normally am. So,
yeah.
No parent. Nope. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I think, and also like, yeah, because it's gotten me more exposed to people on like Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. So I'm interacting with people I've never met before. So I mean, it gets you. It's like practice.
Yeah.
It's like going outside, but not really. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man. I respect it. Like when you told me just hours before the show, I was like instantly like kind of like, man, this is so odd that you said this, because like this is actually something probably would be on my bucket list to do a stand up. Like it's so cool.
Yeah. So
and acting, me too.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
See, Scorpios.
Yeah,
we have a lot of shit in common.
Yeah, we're all the same, man.
The only thing is like, how do you be funny without, like you gotta draw from like so much.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Like, there's tons of comedians that go out there and just rip other people's shit, but they're still funny.
Yeah.
So it's
rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's odd, man. Like the goal is to make people laugh, regardless how you do it.
I'm just gonna take delirium, or delirious. Delirious.
Dude, that's a joke all in itself. Delirium. Yeah, delirious.
I'm gonna take delirious. Memorize everything and then go on stage.
It's crazy though. You do that if there's people like in their 20s, they never even heard the show probably. So it'd be all refreshing to them, except for all the 80s references. Like no one knows who Mr. T is right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and he did a lot of good impersonations.
Punch my.
Oh fuck, man. Dude, there's too much, man.
Yeah. So
this show's been odd, eh? We talk about MMA, talk about
BJJ,
comedy a lot.
Comedy. Yeah.
But, if you guys didn't tell, and hopefully you couldn't tell because we're so captivating and sensual voices, that Anthony Parrish hasn't been on. Probably another misunderstanding. Getting someone from Australia is cool, but there is that chance that they don't realize that they're sleeping right now and we're awake, or vice versa.
Yeah. Hopefully our main man, Kit Dale, will be on.
Yeah, what day is that?
That is next week, I believe.
Yeah.
23rd, I think it is.
Yeah, so Anthony Parrish, he didn't ruin the reputation of Australia. We're going to trust Kit Dale.
Kit Dale.
In. You know what is crazy is why is he not a black belt yet?
Kit Dale?
Yeah.
Yo, he's got so much, credential.
Why is he not a black belt?
Well, he's gonna. I mean, if he keeps going that way. I mean, I think he's competing in the Pan. I'm not sure. I think he's competing in the Pan.
I'll check for you when you're talking.
But yeah, no, somebody I look up to since I was a 21-year-old and a little over to my 22nd.
Yeah.
Kit Dale. If you have him on Facebook, follow him on Facebook.
Wait, he's a middleweight, eh?
I believe he's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast though, and he does like that's the problem about being in Australia is that you can't, and we talked about this with him before. You can't get out there and just be killing every local the opens at every city, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, it's harder for him to probably get his name out there. But if any people really follow the sport, they know. Yeah, he's quite a beast. So I respect him.
Yeah, he's funny on Facebook too. If you think I'm funny on Facebook, check him out.
What if people don't think you're funny on Facebook?
Well, that's not what the likes say. So.
So anyway, I'm pretty impressed right now about you saying, "God damn it, that's unreal." Ben Henderson's competing.
Oh yeah.
That guy's that guy is good. Man, Benson Henderson, respect him that he does gi so much.
Yeah. That was good. Like he's pushing himself outside of the octagon. So
yeah, and I just saw his last week or a week before that, his mom won a tournament.
His mom?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so if that's Benson Henderson, that's super cool. He's going to be in the same division as our past guest, Darrow O'Connell, and he's
phenomenal.
Yeah, he looks. I don't know why he's in that division, man. He's very small, I thought.
Oh, man, I don't know. I think Darrow is gonna.
Dude,
I want to see that.
Oh, and by the way, before we end this episode, did you watch episode 4 though of the Kumite?
Yeah, I watched a few minutes of it.
It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
No surprise that Keenan went undefeated though, which is amazing when you think about it. It's no surprise that he went 22-0. Like,
plus he's like so much heavier than most of them.
Yeah, but his technique's
phenomenal.
Yeah, man. So
you just the
results for the fight for charity too happened there.
Yeah.
So in Montreal they raised like 6 G's supposedly. Man, in the main event there, Jake McKenzie edged out a rest decision over Bruno Fernandez. Murillo Santana was there last second. Like he beat Marcolangelo, and Lee Villeneuve pulled off what I would consider an upset against the Kumite alumni, Gary Tonin.
I'd still say though that Lee Villeneuve is way bigger than Gary Tonin.
I assume he's bigger, but either way, you can't take away fucking beating somebody like that.
Gary Tonin. I want a rematch, damn it. But it was by points, so it's in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, you don't win by points.
In the words of Nick Diaz, I don't want to make excuses, but
my finger hurt.
Dude, I've never heard so much craziness. But with that all being said, I can't wait to see his next fight if he fights.
I want a dream match. Screw Silva versus GSP. I want to see Nick Diaz versus Nate Diaz.
Dude, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. That's worse than the beer and bolo in MMA. All right, let's end this on that note. Thanks, guys, for listening. Hopefully you didn't turn it off just because it was me and Jer. We try our best. So tune in next week. Like you said, we should have the boy Kit Dale on, and we'll keep the guests coming. Fresh couple months coming up, brand new guests. So thank you very much. Tune in next week and follow us on all our medias, BJJ Addict or BJJ Addict Radio, Fight Fans Radio. We out. We started from the bottom and we're here.
Hang tight, dudes.
Hang tight.